We have been wanting to have a partner in the Middle East that could carry the word that we've been carrying in the United States for these last 35 years. We're 35 years old this year. But I want to say thank you to everybody at the AMC, to Dr. El-Tashari, who it has been my pleasure to meet, and I understand why my colleagues at the AMC, if all they can do is talk about you. It's an honor to meet you. And also I want to thank all of you to come here tonight. I've learned in my short stay here that it's not easy to get around Cairo. You just don't decide at the last minute to come to an event like this. I want to say a little bit about who we are, JAMS. As I mentioned, 35 years ago, a single judge in California decided that he would leave the bench and try and settle cases on his own. And from that, we have grown to now we have 25 offices around the United States in all the major cities. We have 300 full-time mediators and arbitrators. We do about 70% of our business is mediation, so we're the largest mediation in the country, in the world by a lot. And we're the second largest arbitration company. We do all kinds of cases. And my job at JAMS, I'm the executive vice president and general counsel, is I'm the risk manager, and when you're doing 13,000 cases a year, which is what we do around the U.S., mediations and arbitrations, it becomes a big business. What has grown from a little acorn has grown into something quite large and wonderful. But it is a management intensive business, as you will find out. And managing 300 independent neutrals, many of whom are retired judges of great stature, is not, as we say to use a colloquialism, is not a walk in the park. It sometimes is quite difficult. But we do a lot of training, and we are very happy to be here to do this training that we're going to start tomorrow. And I hope some of you are going to be present for it. One of my problems is I have to take off and on my glasses. But I want you to, you can talk about mediation, and I don't want to do that here. You've heard a little piece about it. Most of you, I'm sure, know about it, but I want to talk about, imagine if you're a business owner, imagine you have a dispute, and imagine there's a process out there where you can control how it's decided. You're in control. You're not turning it over to an arbitrator, however good that arbitrator may be. You're not turning it over to a judge. You are in control. Not only that, but you're going to do it in a couple of days. And most of you have been in some kind of dispute process, whether it be arbitration or litigation, maybe for years. And I'm telling you that we can resolve cases in a few days. And people don't believe that, but I see it done no matter how large the case is, no matter how complex it is. The matters get solved in a very short period of time. And so you save time, you save money, and you are in control. And I keep stressing that because what often we say to people is, how is it going to be tomorrow morning when you wake up and this dispute is gone? And people can't believe it. You mean, really? I'm going to wake up and it's going to be over? Yes. If we do our work today and maybe tomorrow, we're going to resolve this. And our job is to keep those conversations going and to make sure that we listen and hear what the people are saying and what their needs are, and try to help them craft a solution that's going to resolve the dispute. Here's what it's not, and I want to stress this. It's not a substitute for arbitration or litigation, because mediation occurs when, after you have assessed the risk, after you have marshaled the evidence, or your lawyers have, and that normally happens in the arbitration process or the litigation process. We see the mediations occur years after maybe the dispute started. A long time. The litigation may be readying for a trial in the United States or for a hearing, or the parties may just have gotten tired of the cost and the time and the effort that goes into managing a dispute from the company's point of view. You know, I mean, we lawyers are used to doing this. This is what we do, but the company doesn't make their money in this dispute. They make their money building a building. They make their money making a thing. That's what they do, and they want to get back to it, trust me. So it's not meant to be a substitute. And in the beginning, when I started doing this 25, 30 years ago, lawyers were sometimes didn't understand how it could inure to their benefit by settling a case. But I can tell you that the experience in the United States from lawyers who become adept at mediating and settling disputes is that their firm flourishes, because clients understand that that firm is one that looks at all kinds of dispute resolution mechanisms, not just litigation or arbitration. This is particularly true in the construction industry, where we do a lot of work and where we have mediators appointed when the project starts. And so if something comes up, they jump in and they resolve that dispute. It doesn't stop work, it doesn't stop the project. Where, you know, if you start an arbitration or you have an issue with a subcontractor, the last thing that the business wants is for the project to be in any way impeded or affected. And that's what a mediator can do, and we do this day in and day out. I can tell you that our construction practice is a huge part of our business. So the mediator can work during the entire project, and they stay with it. So this is just the beginning, and I can't tell you how excited we are to be here. We're doing this training, and this is only the first training that we'll be doing, and we will hope that with the AMC we'll be doing many more trainings which will involve teaching negotiation to companies. We do teach negotiation to companies, mediation advocacy to lawyers, dispute design. If you have a company that has many disputes, you know, I mean, the AMC and us, we can work with you to design a process where those disputes can be better managed and mediated. So, and you know, the difficult ones, the ones that you are not interested in settling, these will continue to go through some kind of litigation process. Not all cases are going to be resolved. This is not for everything and everyone. But I can tell you that there are very few cases that are not suitable for this process.